What is going on, guys? EASYHEIMER here. I'm here with the Tesway X5 Pro. This is their long range version. So it has capabilities of doing 150 miles to 200 miles on a single charge. And it's all due to this enormous battery that sits right underneath you. This is a 52 volt, 60 amp hour battery, and it is paired with a 52 volt, 1200 watt motor in the rear. This bike was originally $2,099 and is discounted right now on the website for $1,699. So they knocked off almost $400 off the price. This battery and motor combination has enough power to do 100 Newton meters of torque and a top speed of 31 miles an hour. The max payload on this bike is 350 pounds. So as you can see, it does have a little front platform that you can put bags on. And if you want to carry another passenger, you can, but you can also take this off and then put another basket system that goes in the back so you can strap some bags down. It does have full suspension all around, so there's rear on both sides, and you also get a front suspension dampering system as well as a little cushion underneath the seat. Comes with these nice Kendra beefy anti-puncture 20 by 4 inch tires that are actually really comfortable on the road, as well as drilled and slotted hydraulic front and rear brakes. This bike is foldable, so that your fold point is right there. It does take a little bit to charge this enormous battery because you can't get so much extended range. It takes around 10 hours to fully charge. It has a nice easy step through frame right here, so pretty much anybody can step through and sit on the bike. In order to turn on this bike, all you have to do is turn the switch, and then this is what it looks like from the handlebar point of view. So to turn on, you just hold this for a couple seconds. Display turns on. You have your battery percentage, your miles per hour, your levels of assistance. It goes 1 through 5, and then you have your trip, your odometer, your max mile per hour, and your average mile per hour. On the left side, you have your front brakes, which are in this nice little carbon fiber here, right here. And then on the right side, you have your 7-speed gear shift, as long as your rear brakes and your twist throttle, and a little horn. I am here with the Tesway X5 Pro. We're going to do a hill test. We're going to see how fast we can go up the hill with just throttle, level 5 assistance, and then we're going to come down and see how fast we can do coming down and a little brake test. So we're on level 5 assistance. Let's see how we do. Uphill, we're doing about 14 miles an hour. So now we're going to pedal and see how it goes going uphill. So uphill, throttle only, we got around 14 miles an hour. And then with a little bit of pedaling, we got to 18 miles an hour. So now we're going to go downhill and see how fast we can go downhill and see how well the brakes work. So downhill, we got to around 36 miles an hour, which is pretty fast. My eyes started watering, but the brakes worked really well. Slowing down pretty fast. So let's kind of go forward and see what else we got with this bike. This bike does have a really good sense of, it just feels very planted on the road. It is a heavier bike, but the battery is sitting right underneath you, and it's a longer bike. Even though it is foldable, it is longer, so it has a nice little rear weight feeling to it, if that makes sense. Like, all the weight is sitting right underneath you, so pretty much when you lean the bike, you're leaning with like the center of where the heaviest part of the bike is, and it just feels really comfortable.
This bike, I think this bike has a nicer controller as well too, because when you're either on the throttle, or you're going on the pedals, it kicks in almost instantly. And I really like that. I noticed that with some other bikes, there's a little bit of a delay, but with this one, there's not really a delay at all. Like, you twist the throttle, and it just goes. It's a very smooth feeling bike too. Power comes on. It's pretty torquey, but power comes on and it feels really controlled. Oh, it's starting to get colder for these reviews. I gotta start wearing some pants. Hoodie's on, but pants need to start coming on. October is here, baby. This bike does have a good amount of speed to it. It hits around, top speed is 31 miles an hour. But if you are on a slight hill, or if you're a bigger individual, you get a little bit more speed with that. And it feels pretty fast, I'm not even gonna lie. The front shock absorbers and the rear suspension really comforts the ride of any bump or anything that you're kind of going over. These tires actually, they're really comfy too. They're 20 by 4 inch like road e-bike tires, and they're really comfy. Like, they feel nice on the road. Something about it that just feels, oh. Almost fell off there. This thing's got a turkey. But no, this thing feels really planted and stable on the ground. That's kind of like what I like about it. The display is nice and clean as well too. It gives you all the information that you need right in front of you. The controller buttons are very simple. The gear changing is pretty much everything is all right here, and it feels nice in your. It's a nice comfy position. I do like how these handlebars, I don't know if you can see, they're like gripped a little bit. They have like two types of different grips on them, and there's a line in between them, and it feels really comfortable in your hands. Like, it feels like you're not gonna really go anywhere. The only thing that kind of trips me out about this bike is when you're riding, there's a front basket, or there's like a front platform that you can put baskets or kind of whatever you want on it, and that doesn't turn with the wheels. So when I'm taking a turn and I'm looking in a certain direction, that doesn't move. It kind of tricks my brain into thinking that I'm actually not turning, but I am turning. But that's the only thing. It doesn't move. It's fixed to the actual frame of the bike, so it's always in a straight position. It's honestly crazy with some of the technology that these bikes are bringing. Like, this bike has a range of up to 150 to 200 miles, depending on the level of assistance that you're pedaling. That's insane. On one charge, like, that is actually insane. The only kind of flaw that I can think of with this bike while owning it is a foldable bike, and it is very long. The only thing I can think of is, since it does have such a big battery and it is longer, the bike weighs a little bit more. So the fact that you would fold it and then try to pick it up, everybody might not be able to pick it up and kind of place it where they need to place it for like transportation reasons. That is probably the only thing that I could think of that could be a disadvantage for this bike. Is not everybody is going to be able to pick it up, because it is a pretty heavy bike. But I mean, with the amount of range and the speed that you get from this bike, that's not really a huge disadvantage. That's the only thing I could really think of as being a disadvantage for this type of bike. Because usually foldables are smaller, and their kind of purpose is to be used for transportation, but it kind of weighs a lot. It is very stable. Like I said, all the weight is like right underneath you, so it's easy for you to kind of turn and ride with the bike like as they're going around, you know?
The Tesway X5 Pro honestly blew my mind with how much range you can get in a single charge. Also having the speed and capabilities to have another passenger or mount some bags on the bike. But the only thing I could think about of it being a disadvantage is how heavy the bike is being a foldable bike. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys think. As always, like, subscribe, comment. EASYHEIMER out.